Hi everyone, welcome to Straight to the Review. Today I'm thrilled to be here today to talk about a new product that I have. This is the Fiio FD3 Pros, new product we just got our hands on. I just purchased, got them straight from Fiio Direct. I purchased these myself. They were not provided to me with any compensation or for free or to do this review. So this is my honest review of the product. Over here I have the incredible Fiio FH5Ss, which I haven't done a review on these yet. I'm going to mention a little bit more about these in my comparison here, but really excited to talk a little bit about this great product. So first of all, I've been testing them with this with my great THX Onx DAC, which I have a separate review on coming shortly. I want to talk about these amazing FD3 Pros and why I've been so impressed with them. So first and foremost, Fiio just recently came out with these. They announced them about 2 weeks ago. Got my hands on them pretty quick. As soon as I was able to order them, I placed my order. Fiio that's been doing a great job with releasing a ton of new high-res earbuds over the last few months, and have really made a really impressive mark on the industry and continue to really push that envelope, especially around IEMs and really continuously innovating and creating new products in a very unique price category. And that's really what's really impressive with the FD3s. So first, we'll open up the box here. I already have them out. As you see here, I have the black with the gold color. They do come in 2 different colors, black and silver. So I'll just open this up fairly, not a formal unboxing by any means. The headphones come in here in this nice little heart-shaped package, which I think is always very unique from Fiio. Do a nice job with their packaging. Very simple, very easy to open. Inside here, we have a whole bunch of accessories. Fiio is one of the few straight to the point here. Come with tons of ear tips, different options that you can pick from. I haven't had a single problem with Fiio with their ear tips. One of the few manufacturers, I think, in the market that bring to the market with some great ear tips that fit everybody. We have memory foam tips here with a couple different sizes, along with the balanced ear tips. We have our sound tubes, which I'll talk about here in a moment. Vocal ear tips, I don't use these, and bass ear tips. Bass ear tips with a couple different sizes. And this standard ones here in the middle are actually the ones that the unit that they come with, which is actually a balanced tip. And I'm using these the bass version here, which does help a little bit with the bass output. I'll talk about the sound tubes here in a moment. So right to the point. Oh, and also we have an accessory here, the larger 4mm adapter that comes with the headphones. So a little bit about these headphones, which has been impressing me so much since I got my hands on them. So first of all, one of the most amazing things I think Fiio did with these headphones is, first of all, they include probably one of the best cables I've seen in an IEM. And this is the FD3 Pro. So there's 2 versions of this headset. There's an FD3 and FD3 Pro. I only have the FD3 Pros here with me. So I did not, I can't compare this to the regular FD3s, but there is a slightly different cable. I actually believe it's very similar to the cable that the FD5Ss or FH5Ss come with. I can't confirm that because I haven't seen it. But this is a 8-stranded, 152 core monocrystalline silver-plated copper cable with multiple swappable plugs on it. And this is, I'll tell you, this is an incredible cable. This cable alone here is probably, could be sold easily for $50 or more alone. So it really is an impressive cable. I love the color. Fiio's been going to this nice black color lately. They also have a silver cable that comes with the FH5s. But beautiful cable, very well done. It's 8-stranded, splits to the 4 at the middle, right, and up to your earbuds. So let's talk about these earbuds. So a lot of people have been talking about, about the sound signature on this, which I'll talk a little bit in a moment about. One of the biggest changes that between this and the FD5, which is the top of the line Fiio single driver IEM. I don't have an FD5 to compare. Obviously, if Fiio would like to send those to me, and I would love to do a review on them. But these are the FD3s. And again, what they've done is really taken the FD5 design and really kept a lot of the same core functionality, core design, functionality behind them. But they've also been able to lower the price point by simplifying the design. On the FD5s, they have a vent in the front here on top of the outside of the earpiece. And in the FD3s, they move the vent to the back where the MMCX connector makes connection on the opposite side, which is really cool, very unique. And there is also a small vent here underneath for more ventilation for bass response. So there's two vents really on this earpiece, and of course the same design on both. Right, Fiio does a nice job. They mark the red color on the tip and a blue for so you know which side is wet, right and left. So it's really cool what they've done here in terms of venting on these units. So the front venting come out the bottom on the near the connector. A lot of people don't know that when IEMs at one point, a lot of IEMs are sealed, which is great for sound isolation. But there's also a good reason for venting other than improving sound quality and comfort and removing the pressure inside your ear. But it's also for moisture, and so your ear doesn't. A lot of people suffer ear infections from wearing headphones for a long period of time. A lot of manufacturers started adding this venting, not only for more stress-free listening, but also to allow air to move in and out of the ear canal a little bit more. Obviously, there's not going to be a ton of air moving through here, but it really benefits the acoustic design than other reasons, but it does help. Now, with the FD3s, Fiio went with a 12 millimeter driver. So these are fairly large drivers, but they fit this in a very small package. You'll notice here by the size of it in my hand, it's not very large at all, which is really impressive considering the 12 millimeter driver. There's some other headphones that I have that are 12 millimeter, and the actual casing is actually much larger. So they did a great job with keeping that size really nice in your ear. Have a great loop here. Their famous IEM loop here really sits nice in your ear. The driver that's inside this is a DLC, full DLC coated driver. I think that's what's really great about these. It's a full diamond-like coating, where the FD5 is a beryllium coated with DLC. So that driver is obviously probably a little bit better in certain cases. And they also have a volcanic diaphragm in the back on the FD5s, where the FD3s do not. These have just a front acoustic prism, which is really fantastic. It makes an incredible sound signature. I'm really impressed with it. There's also these really great sound tubes. So I want to talk about these for a moment, because these caught me off guard at first when I started looking at them. And I actually read I don't read manuals very often, but I read the manuals on this one. So these sound tubes are actually where your earpiece actually connects to or mounts to. These come out, they unscrew. They are on pretty tight, so you have to unscrew them. They come with so that the tube that they come with two different tubes. They come with one that accentuates treble more than bass. Out of the box, mine at least came with the ones that accentuate the bass more, it is noted in the manual which ones they come with installed. But when I looked at them, face value, they look identical. If you notice when I had it off there, they're very similar. You can't tell if there's any difference when you look at it from this perspective. But if you read the manual closely, there's a note that says that the actual difference is the diameter of the tube on the inside, not necessarily on the outside here. So it is a little misleading when you look at them from this perspective, and that's because obviously you want this part of the radius to be the same, so that the same ear tips can be used no matter what. And they just change the bore size inside of sound tube. Now I have tried these, and I still prefer the base model better. I like the additional bass and mid tones that come out of this driver with these sound tubes. I love this whole sound tube concept. It's really great. Maybe I'll get this back in. There we go. And and also these are color coded. So if you look closely, these have a black. So the black is the treble and the red is the bass versions. And again, I continue to use the ones that it came with. Other than that, there's 1.5 Tesla magnetic flux magnet on these, which is very, very powerful magnet. Very, very good distortion ratios and great results with a really powerful magnet. The front acoustic prism that's on these, which is the same acoustic prism design as in the FD5. So they did bring that over. The only thing they didn't bring over was the volcanic back end that sits in the back here. That's an additional filter. Love to hear what the FD5 sound like compared to these, but again, very, very similar from that design perspective. Obviously, lowering the price point because they put that volcanic filter in the back. From there, we already talked about the sound tubes and the great cable. Now, the sound ratio with this and the tuning, again, is very, very similar to the very famous Harman tuning. Fiio makes a big statement about that. And I would say that they're very accurate. This is probably much more accurate than from that tuning perspective. A little bit more tighter bass, nice mid range, really pops, really tight, and really the top end, the treble is just beautifully. It just rolls off super, super nicely. It's not overdone. And just to compare them here to the FH5S's, which again have a silver cable. I believe this is the same cable that's on the FD3 non-pros. Again, I have not been able to confirm that yet because I don't have the non-pros. I wish that this cable came with the FH5s. But anyway, these are the FH5s. I had these for a couple weeks now. Still burning these in. Talk about burn-in on these FD3s in a moment. As you can tell, this is a quad driver. You're familiar with these amazing headset, amazing earbuds. Full front venting on the front. I'm going to have a little bit more review on these in another video. Totally different design, right? Obviously, definitely a lot more speakers inside this unit than inside the cavity than these guys have. And they have these tuning switches here, which I'll talk about another time in the review of these separately. But what's very obviously with these with these FH5s, you're going to have a lot more trouble with these. The dedicated Knowles balance armature driver, where these are single IEMs and single driver. So we'll talk about these in another review. But from a size ratio, right, there is definitely a fairly substantial difference in terms of size, right? They do take up much more room in your ear. Obviously, they should. One driver versus four. But not to the point where these are uncomfortable by any means. I can wear these for hours without a problem. But these, boy, I'll tell you pop these in, you forget about them. Right? These are turned into my daily driver headset, and we'll see how they hold up, and hopefully they hold up well. Sound wise, again, back to that again. I've been using this THX ONT DAC with both my iPhone 12 Pro, along with an iPad, which comes off to a USB-C, and along with my Mac. And the sound quality has just been absolutely amazing. I have a separate review on that another time. But listening to these headphones is absolutely incredible. I can't say much more than incredible sound, incredible performance, and a fantastic product. I've been very, very happy with them. I urge everyone to give them a try. I think you'll really like them. I'll talk about just real quick about burn-in. A lot of headphones have a burn-in period. I've been able to say that these would probably be, a 48-hour burn-in on these straight, and they're going to be pretty prime. I did not do a burn-in on these, and I'll tell you, I think the more and more I listen to them, the better and better they're getting. I don't think that you need to necessarily do as much of a burn-in as you do on the FH5s. The FH5s definitely need a much longer burn-in period, especially because of the amount of drivers that are in there, and to get that sound that you really want. I will say one other thing about these from a vocal perspective. They finally did a fantastic job tuning the incredible female voice. There's been some reviews about that they tuned very closely to a female voice. I think all music sounds incredible on them, but they really nailed it. And I've been listening to these with Apple high-res music, lossless music from Apple Music, and they've just been sounding absolutely incredible. So really impressed with these. I'll give these a nice 8.5 out of 10 on these guys. The only reason why is because I haven't been able to review the FD5s yet to compare them directly to from a sound quality perspective, and if that volcanic filter in the back really makes that much of a difference. I can't really comment to that. And obviously, the FD5s have a probably more venting on them as the vent. This is a nice glass front here on these, and then obviously the venting is probably less compared to the FD5s. But great headset, highly recommend them. 8.5 out of 10. Great job, Fiio. Great product. Keep it up. Can't wait to try out some other headsets and look forward to it. Fantastic device, and I think everyone's going to really like these. Really want to get into the high-res game and at a great starting price point, and really enjoy listening to some great music. Hope this was a great review. Thanks, everyone, and have a great day.